Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss task 2 of August 2022 OBE. The discussion will be regarding the management failover by ABC Oil Company. We will move towards the task 2 management failovers based on the scenario only. What management failovers by ABC Oil Company contributed to this accident? So here we have information regarding the task. To get information from scenario only, we have 10 marks available for this task. We need to get at least 10 informations from the scenario that contributed to the accident in ABC Oil Company. So we have to get those 10 information. We will move towards the scenario. In scenario, the second last paragraph of page 2, during a dark rainy day, after a violent storm, the night before, two workers walked past staircase 10 exposed to the prevailing weather conditions. They noticed a light was damaged and hanging from its fitting above the staircase. They reported the issue to the day shift manager. So the first thing is the shift manager has been informed regarding the hanging light. Several hours passed and it was almost the end of the shift before the day shift manager remembered to address this. So here we have two failures. The first thing is the workers, they reported the situation, but the management failed to record the current issue. The second management failure is the day shift manager didn't remember to address the unsafe condition in the workplace. So the day shift manager failed to resolve the current unsafe condition. So this is the second management failure. Then they decided to leave a note for the night shift manager to send someone to look at the light. There is a note to inform the night shift manager about the unsafe condition of hanging light. It means there is no formal procedure being followed to give this responsibility of fixing the light to the night shift manager. So it means the day shift manager also failed to formally address the situation and hand over the issue to the night shift manager. Next, during the handover, the night shift manager read the message but decided not to deal with it straight away because they would have to produce a safe working procedure and a PTW. It means the night shift manager has been informed through a note, but he neglected the situation. And the reason was there is a procedure to be followed for rectifying the hanging light, and he has to apply and get a permit to work to resolve the issue. It means the organization have a complicated procedure. That's why the night shift manager is not ready to fix the current situation, and that's why he neglected the unsafe condition. It's also a management failure. No other workers were warned about the poorly lit staircase 10. There is another management failure. The night shift manager, he didn't inform the workers about the unsafe situation of poorly lighting in the staircase 10. And remember, poorly condition at staircase 10 is also a management failure. And didn't inform the workers regarding the unsafe situation, it's also a management failure. Now, two contractors, one of them a young worker, arrived on engines for the first time to carry out some work near to the top of the staircase 10. Although they had not received an induction, they were asked to start night work immediately. It means the management failed to give induction training to the workers and let them know the safe situation or the unsafe situation or other details that we are discussing in induction training. So it's a failure of the night shift manager to give the induction training to the new two contractors. Then The night shift manager allows a young worker for a high risk activity at night. Workers who are young, especially, they are not allowed for a high risk activity. They are limited for a day shift only. We are not allowing them to work at night. It makes them vulnerable. That's why we are not allowing young workers to the site. So the night shift manager also failed to stop him from working at night. The intention was to give them their full induction the following afternoon. In the meantime, they were given a written summary of the health and safety policy, including site rules and reporting procedures. They were anxious to start work, so put the information in their pockets to read later while they hurried to find the location of the job. The two contractors decided to use staircase 10 to access the job location while carrying heavy toolboxes. It means there is no proper supervision or monitoring of the young workers, and they are carrying heavy tools, which is also a management failure to supervise workers, especially new workers or young workers, for carrying any type of load. They were talking about how tired they were due to the long journey to get to engine. Even so, the younger contractor was keen to start the job. As they started climbing staircase 10, the young contractor stepped onto the second step, which collapsed under them. As a result, they fell directly onto the platform below. Due to the poor visibility, the older contractor shouted down to the injured contractor who was unresponsive. The older contractor shouted for help in a very agitated state, trying to get someone's attention. So there is a poor visibility in the workplace, which also shows the management failure of ABC oil company. So all of these are the management failures that have contributed to the accident as per the scenario. Now we will move towards the solution. Remember, we are bound to the scenario only. We have to write information from the scenario. At least we have to create 10 information. Workers reported the hanging light unsafe condition to day shift manager, but it's not properly recorded. If we didn't record anything appropriately, the managers may forget the required actions to be taken. So we can say that the reporting procedure wasn't sufficient to remind the day shift manager in time about the unsafe condition in the workplace. It means the reporting procedure isn't enough that contributed to the management failure and lead to the accident. Next, the day shift manager reminds the reporting unsafe condition at late time when the shift has to be changed. It's a failure from the day shift manager that he didn't take immediate action in time and resolve the issue. The handover of the current unsafe condition is not properly recorded and documented. Now, the night shift manager has to be responsible for the unsafe condition. The day shift manager didn't properly documented the unsafe condition and didn't hand over in a appropriate way. Like he has created a message or a note just to inform the night shift manager, which is not a proper documented procedure. And that's why he didn't take the responsibility, as it's not properly documented. In order to fix the current unsafe condition, the night shift manager has to produce safe working procedure and get permit to work for this high risk activity. So the night shift manager failed to arrange a working procedure and a permit to work to manage the current unsafe condition, which lead to the accident. Then the unsafe condition isn't communicated to all workers, and neither the workers are warned for using stair 10. The issue or the unsafe condition hasn't been communicated to workers, and they are not warned to avoid the use of staircase 10, which also shows the management failure. The poor lighting arrangements in staircase 10 is also a management failure, which lead to the accident. Delay in the induction training, the workers or the new contractors hasn't been engaged in the induction training so that they could have a prior idea regarding the workplace situations or conditions. So it shows the management failure of ABC oil company. Allowing young workers for night shift activity make him vulnerable to risk. We shouldn't allow young workers for night shift patterns as they are more vulnerable at night. So the ABC oil company management didn't stop the young worker, which shows the management failover. Workers are not instructed for the safe movement in workplace, neither anyone accompanied them to their working area. The workers or the new contractors are not accompanied appropriately to let them reach their workplace or the working area. There is no proper supervision or monitoring available for these workers so that they can be accompanied and they can be led to the working place. It's also a management failover. The ABC management failed to identify the corroded part of the stair and hence couldn't rectify it in time. It's also a management failover. They didn't identify the corroded part of the stair before and hence couldn't rectify it, which shows the management failover and hence the accident happened. I hope you could have understood the task appropriately. Thank you.